It's March 7, 2021. I'm Todd Dunn, and this is the third video in my series of short videos in and around the southwest part of Mount Desert Island. Right now, I am at the entrance to the Bass Harbor Marsh. And right now, this is the outflow from the marsh, but when the tide is high, it's an inflow. This flow reverses. And from where I am now, you can see some of the marsh waters up there and some of the hills in the distance. And this is in Acadia National Park, particularly the bit on the other side of the little bridge here. And we'll walk across the bridge and get a better view from the other side. Well, here's a view from just across the bridge looking into the Bass Harbor Salk Marsh. You can see a bunch of ducks swimming around. Too close in here. I am on the main road, hence the traffic noise. Okay, I'm going to move to a different vista of the Bass Harbor Salk Marsh. But first, I'll walk across the road and we'll look out toward Bass Harbor from the outflow right now of the Bass Harbor Salk Marsh. Unfortunately, the view is right into the sun, but you can see there's quite a bit of water flowing out of the marsh. That will be brackish water, a mix of salt water that flowed in at high tide and fresh water that drained into the marsh. And there's the upper part of Bass Harbor. Okay, I'm just about to give you one last look at the Bass Harbor Salk Marsh, but before I did, I thought I would show you why I haven't been doing much walking in the national park lately. This is the access to the Hio Road, which goes across from Route 102 over to the Seawall Campground. And you can see that because of the weather we've had, it warmed up, melted most of the snow, then froze, that paths like this are pretty much solid ice. So let's walk over and take a look at the salt marsh. Okay, right now I am standing at the boundary between Southwest Harbor, which is to my right, and the town of Tremont, which is to my left. This is a little bridge across a bit of the salt marsh. We're looking north across the salt marsh to some of the hills deeper into the island. And in a second, I'm going to turn around, walk across the road, and show you the extent of the salt marsh to the south of this bridge, which incidentally is on Route 102A, and this is the main road between Southwest Harbor and Tremont. So let's turn around and walk across the road. Well, as you can see, salt marsh doesn't go very far past this bridge, just 100 yards or so, and then there are little channels that meander out a little bit. When it rains really hard and we get a lot of runoff into the salt marsh, there's more water here, obviously. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little look at the Bass Harbor Salk Marsh.